Y'all know about the minions. The minions are the little yellow creatures that no one ever knows what they are. They don't know where they came from, but they are the stars, some people would say. They stole the movie from Groot and Despicable Me and Despicable Me 2. And since they became more and more popular throughout these films, it was only a matter of time before they were going to get what Hollywood, this new trend in Hollywood where they're just doing what they call spinoffs now.
Yeah, right. Sure.
You got kind of two camps of people. Some people say, man, that Groot is all right, but those minions, man, get on my fucking nerves. And then some people say, you know what? I can deal with the minions. Mm-hmm. In fact, I wish they just kind of take Groot out of it because I'd like to
call him?
What's his name?
What'd you call him?
I'll call him. Did I call him that fucking tree?
You did. Yeah.
What's his name?
Gru.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go, people.
Take the mick off my name.
I can't even remember his name, so that shows you what camp I'm in. I'm asking for a whole Minions movie. That's all I want. But sometimes you regret what you asked for. From the very beginning, one of the things that you're going to notice with Minions over the Despicable Me movies is that it's a little edgier because it's somewhat a little darker. I mean, there's so much death. That wasn't even in the movie because they said, wait a minute, shit, this is going too far. Yeah.
The other deaths were implied. That's right there.
There. Even he's looking at the camera like, God damn, y'all really went with this. Y'all did it.
You promised me there would be a stuntman for this part.
Well, I'm not surprised they didn't keep that in the movie.
Yeah. That dude was like, somebody call the ratings board, man. Yeah. Shit, it should be a PG-13 rated. But that's how the beginning of the movie is, man. It's like it's kind of a dark film. I mean, it's still family oriented and everything, but the villains that they would go around, like, I wasn't scared of the villains. I was scared of the minions, man. Every time they went around somebody, death would just happen. True. Every time they met somebody, like, oh shit, I don't want to see how this is gonna work out. I felt bad for that T-Rex, man, because what they do, burned his ass alive.
Yeah. And locked it.
You hear him screaming, oh!
No! The one time a T-Rex wasn't a T-Rex, and then look what happened.
Yeah. But even though I'm saying that is dark, there's still balance there. You got to keep in mind that the whole purpose of Minions in the movie is that, and if the trailer doesn't tell you already, they go and they look for some of the most evil people to serve. That's their purpose in life, just to be henchmen. And it's like it's bad because every time they kill somebody, they're like, screaming and shit, like agony. I'm like, wow, what did kids' movies turn to
Was
this?
Was that their first day working for Dracula? Because you think that would be one of the rules he would set down as soon as you walk in the door.
Those minions are like you guys. They don't fucking listen. They don't listen. They just go around talking about all that goody shit. They don't listen to what anybody's saying. But even though don't let me scare anybody away either, because this is when I say evil and dark, that's still a very innocent kind of evil.
Yeah, you got to say evil.
That's what you sold me on.
But let me just say that if this was really true to its premise, that minions go and serve like the most evil people they could find, minions would be really fucked up creatures. Yeah. Because they would go out and find Hitler. Would have been right there at the Nazi convention, man, singing with fucking Hitler.
Oh man, you gotta send me that clip.
Yeah, that's great.
I'll send you that.
That is good.
Right out there they would have been hanging out. They would have been hanging out with fucking slave masters.
Your name is Toby.
Toby. It's happy. Minions would have been really fucked up creatures, and that would have been a really fucked up movie. Of course, if they had worked for Hitler, they probably would have accidentally killed him, so everything would have balanced out anyway. So
that's the saving grace. That's what they do.
It's almost like an origin within an origin movie,
right?
Because first of all, they give you how the minions are actually created, how they evolve.
The evolution. Of minions,
and then we see the origin story of how they're starting to become the minions that we see in Despicable Me, which means they had to go back at a certain time period. And in the movie, you have three of them. I think it's Bob, Kevin, and Dave.
Yeah.
They come to America, 1968.
No, England.
Well, no, before they go to America.
Right. They start with America. You're right.
Motherfuckers always trying to fuck up on the chipmunks. Now he just think I'm wrong about everything. When they arrive in America, being that it's 1968, it's a cool period to work with because you get to hear all the cool music from that period, and also a lot of the characters are designed with their costumes and clothing, and all the architecture and everything is designed around that period too, and it's a lot of fun. I would say the only thing in this clip that I'm about to show you that is probably a little too it's probably just a little too pushy or something that's just a little too obvious. It's like, hey, you have to find out how they find other things, like the origin of those blue jean overalls that they always wear.
No, la pata de mano. Profiterol. No. Ah, la ciporata.
That's where they came from.
Yeah. Pakarino, Kashmiri.
You know, I got to say something. If you notice at the beginning of this clip, I was talking about the music and everything. What do you hear?
This movie had you, and then they played Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
People been trying to make a Jimi Hendrix movie for years.
Right.
And they told them, nope, can't let you do it because we got to guard the rights to his music.
Right.
The moment these fucking minions come up, you all little heartbreakers, Foxy. It's like, them minions got some power, man.
Everybody loves the Minions.
Yeah,
They
even
probably went to like Jimi Hendrix estate and like, hey, we want to use this for the Minions.
yeah,
Those cute.
Like, shit.
Yeah.
Let them have it. Look at them. They're so cute. Hey, you play all the music you want to. Jimmy would have loved y'all little your ass. He probably saw y'all when he was high. My corn pops is talking to me. But shit. But that's one of the cool things about the movie in the beginning, for me at least, is that I love that they set it in that period because it really gave them a lot to play with that you don't. Anytime a movie wants to go back to a certain time period, I think the artists and the writers are inspired by that more so than playing around in contemporary stuff. You could tell where the writers are really inspired when, in their search for a boss, they somehow find out about a villain convention. I know, it's so absurd, man. And dude is, they got a narrator talking about it. And if you tell anybody, we're going to find you. Motherfucker, you on cable TV right now. Don't even have to have fucking antenna to get that shit.
Right. Just told everybody.
Yeah, but it's also in that area that you start to meet some of the some of the funnier characters too. Like when on the road and they run into this family. It seems like a nice family, except something's a little off. With that. Get your own grenade.
I like that family. I could not place that voice as Michael Keaton.
Mike, I could not either.
Yeah, I kept thinking it was Joel McHale. I was just listening. I'm like, come on.
I thought it was Stephen Colbert. Now that's Allison Janney as the mom, and the dad that was talking. That's Michael Keaton. And if you're gonna have people do voices, so you got some people who just come in and do voices,
and they sound like themselves.
Sound just like themselves, and they just collecting a check as long as they can lend their name to the credits. The voices here, the people who do the voices seem like they really are having fun with the characters, and that gets me to my main character right here, which is Scarlet Overkill, which is played by Sandra Bullock. And Sandra Bullock, you can tell she's having a great time doing this. She's having a shitload of fun with this. But it's at this point where the movie, when it starts to hit into, I guess what you say, its main story, when the minions find their boss and then they get their first mission, that's when the cleverness starts to taper off for me a little bit. And really, it's not that Sandra Bullock is bad. It's just that Sandra Bullock, when she plays that character, she's a villain, but she's really a woman who's bipolar. And she's only got two modes, man. Being really nice or just being really bitchy.
Yeah.
And I don't think that the character was really developed that much.
This is Queen Ashen. I'm seriously thinking about overthrowing it someday. Steal me the crown and all your dreams come true. Respect. Power.
Banana.
Okay, they're talking a combination of gibberish and Spanish. And so, with this, you either gonna like find that okay or thanks, man. Yeah, the acting school's getting out right now.
Damn, man, it's super loud tonight.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, normally it's like, all right, whatever, but tonight it's like, hey, shut the fuck up.
No, that's gonna be the real selling point right there, because what they're talking is a combination of gibberish and Spanish, and in Despicable Me and Despicable Me 2, they're only in parts of the movie.
Yeah.
This is almost a full hour and a half of them talking that crazy shit. Yeah. So if you can deal with like a coked up toddler trying to talk Spanish, then fine, go ahead and watch it. But who's the celebrity doing the voices for that? And a lot of people have said that, but never looked it up. It's actually the director, Pierre Coffin, Actually,
Yeah,
no, you're like,
Jesus.
no, you like my minions.
Fucking looks like a minion.
Yeah,
He does.
exactly.
He does. Shit, which one is which?
He's like one who evolved past the gruesome hair.
Gets to the point where it just feels like, all right, there's still scattered spots of cleverness here and there, but not in the abundance that you had before. And and the reason why it feels like you don't have it as much near the end is because it feels like, okay, we need to hurry up and get this done. You know, let's get this over quickly. You know, let's just go through the motions and give the people what they want out. So I think that being that this is so strong in the second half as it is in the first half, that's big points off for me.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm famously not a fan of the Despicable Me movies, the first two. But what I can say about this one is, man, I loved the soundtrack. Soundtrack's amazing. Everything else that I thought was good or funny about this movie is in the trailer. I'm like, you know, I'm going through it. I'm like, yeah, okay, I've seen it. Dang, I'm not enjoying it as much because I know what's happening. And you're right. When they travel with that family, once they get to Villain Con, it's like the movie just steadily loses its cleverness and it becomes just formulaic and rote. And it just like I started on kind of like all right, okay, I'm in this. Until I was just kind of like, fuck, this is just the feeling I get when I watch those Despicable Me movies. Maybe, probably not. But maybe I could have just let it slide and be like, well, you know, whatever. But we just saw Inside Out. Well, we got reminded what these movies can be.
Martin, I have to say, man, and I'm not trying to counter you. I'm not. The thing is, but here's the deal, man. I knew you were gonna do this. You just saw Inside Out. And you're going to try to hold this movie on a higher standard than what it needs to be. Everything doesn't need to be all insightful and deep and emotional.
No, it
this
doesn't.
is just fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun, Martin. It's silly.
It's just boring.
And sitting up, but you know what? Maybe for you.
Yeah. I can only speak for myself.
You know what, Martin? I can speak for you too, man. You know, you haven't really embraced you haven't embraced your fun side in a long time, man.
Sure I
and
have.
And I just let me just say this, people. I'm giving this a matinee, and it's just a matinee. It's a fun matinee, but it's just a matinee. Like I said, Martin, I'll agree with you, man. Missed opportunities. You're right. I do think
Over and over and over.
I didn't think it was over. No, I think it was scattered with really funny parts in between. It just wasn't as fast as it was in the beginning. But for me, it's a matinee, Martin. What would you do with this?
Oh, well, you give it a matinee. I'd give it a really high rental.
Trying to inch that towards my matinee a little bit more so I won't say shit?
No. It's I give it a high rental, but I can't go any further than that. I mean, honestly, it's only an hour and a half, and that last 20 minutes, I just wanted it to wrap it up because I was like, you know what, you're on the fast track to wrapping it up, but just make it a little faster because you have these characters. Scarlet Overkill. You watch the trailer, you go like, wow, I can't wait to see what she's gonna do. Well, sorry, she don't do much.
She don't really do much. You're right. You're right. But again, you know, the movie's lighthearted. Look at him playing with a noose and everything, man. It's
really lighthearted.
It's lighthearted, man. Look, he's wearing his thong, his ass cheeks hanging out. He's having a threesome with two hydrants, man. You know, come on, man. You know,
They just. I understand how they want to market it to the most people possible, but they just make it so safe that it's like bland oatmeal at some point.
you mean a threesome with two fire hydrants? That's safe, man. That's edgy right there.
So is it a lot of that?
It is scattered in there, but see, Tommy, what I want,
it's
Tommy,
a shitload of that.
Tommy, what I'm trying to do is, see, I'm not mad at him, man.
Right.
I love this man. You know that.
Yeah.
You know that.
Y'all go back.
So I just don't want you to like miss out on this point. This time in your life, and you need to lighten up and have some fun, man. You know, I don't want your blood pressure to get high. You know, I mean, come on, man.